Hello and welcome back to Age of Wonders 4. My name is AgentNumberOne and we're showing off the new Ways of War DLC today. It is launch day. I am so excited to get into it. I've had my hands on this for a while and I have been itching to play, itching to show people off. There's a lot of new stuff. I'm going to race through most of it pretty quickly so we can get to the actual campaign. I wanted to show off the Pantheon tree because this is, of course, the first thing generally you're going to go take a look at, see what's new. We got some new masks, some outfits for Eldritch rulers, dragon rulers. We got some new little banners. We've got new weapons. We'll see that fist fighters are a big new addition into this DLC. We've got a new horned bear mount as well as a jade tiger mount. We've got a couple new banner icons. We've got a big buster sword, the Slayer sword. You can see, very berserk. Very nice. A couple new masks, ogre mask, guardian helmet, and then two new, what do we call these traits? Faction traits? The Cult of Personality, which gives access to bonus skills whenever gaining renown levels, as well as units without an army, units without a hero, an army without a hero suffer morale penalties. We also get more hero cap for Pantheon heroes as well, which is very fun if you want to build all of your back characters into one campaign. It's much easier to do now. And then we have Vigilante Knights, which I actually am 1 point off unlocking. Was going to be what we played today. But is going to be for our next build coming up, where completed bounties grant extra gold and mana and additional Imperium, and whenever you have no bounties, you get a free bounty to destroy an infestation that no one's targeted before. So you can kind of play as almost a little mercenary kingdom that just goes around not fighting its own wars, but fighting other wars. I really like the idea of this. It's very fun. It's very peaceful. It feels more PvE versus PvP. But let's hop into the actual campaign this morning, because I know that's what you're here for. We're going to play on the new map, the new Premium Challenge realm. Once known as a realm of peace and paradise, its prosperity and order have been threatened by calamity and strife. 3 empires clash to rebuild paradise in their image. So this has all of the new realm traits on it. Unfolding mysteries, where intrigue events have a high chance of happening during the mid-game, and a diverse set of rulers will increase the chance of occurrence. It has Land of Conflict, where Accursed Fiend and Prosperity units are more common. It has Sworn Rivalry, which I normally don't play with these, but I figure, you know what, it's a new DLC, why not give it a shot. Adding 3 new Oathsworn Goateer, so we're going to get to see all the different kinds of Oathsworn throughout the campaign. It is on a divide, that's not new, but it is on a tropical realm, which is new. We are going to edit it a little bit because it doesn't have anything in these last 3 slots. So I'm going to make them all random just to mess with people. We're going to play on a large map. We're going to play 6 players because they add in the 3 from the Sworn Rivalry on top of that. We're going to play on brutal difficulty. Up with advanced settings. We're going to play with generated Pantheon library rulers. Everybody's on very hard. Happening intensities on normal. Ooh, that's fun. I didn't know we could turn that up. We're going to put score on slow. And everything else is good.
Your journey starts.
We're going to create a brand new faction. Of course, we're going to play as one of the new groups. We have Ogrekin and we have Simians. I decided to kind of buck the trend because it seems like the ogres naturally make the bad guys. So I decided I'm going to play as monkey bad guys instead. Is going to be the plan for this morning. We're going to re-roll their traits and pick some new ones. There's a couple of very interesting new additions to this tree, particularly Inner Frost, Inner Fire, and Inner Lightning, which are basically the poisonous trait, but for different elements. They've been added in. Those are brand new. We also have Blessed Dragon mounts. If you picked up the season pass, you also have Pegasus mounts. This will also probably come out later for other people, I suspect. And there's the Graceful Judge mounts as well, which give you Touch of Grace. The Blessed Dragons just give you dragons, I guess. Flying, really, more than anything else. We're not going to take any of those, though. Don't worry about it. We're going to take Tough. +2 defense. And we are going to take Inner Frost, which might seem a little bit bizarre, but it's going to make some sense. kind of makes some
What is
sense
their
as we get out here.
original culture?
We are going to play, of course, as the new Oathsworns. We're going to play for this campaign. We're going to play as Strife. I want to be the bad guys in this one. So this is what we're going to do. Well, let's talk about all of this. The new Oathsworn campaign, it is Order. Strange, but has higher draft income, and we swear devotion to an oath that guides our people. We're taking the Oath of Strife, which gain grievances against rulers with a better overall ranking. This is pretty much everybody when you play on the highest difficulty. Raising pillages and raising cities takes less time and grants Imperium, so all of basically the entire chaos tree gives extra good buffs for this. Culture units get Warrior's Soul, so the more devoted they are, the more fire damage they do. And you become stronger as you gain devotion to the Oath of Strife. So the way we gain devotion is by starting wars, raising cities, not letting units rout, winning fights, period. The more outnumbered we are in the fight, the weaker we are in the fight, the better. We lose devotion if we enter truces, defensive pacts, or alliances, or if we make vassalage, or if we lose an owned city. It's a pretty tough campaign. It's a real chosen destroyer of a campaign, if I could say so.
What defines their society?
But that's not what we're going to take. We're going to take the new Cult of Personality because I need a shadow trait, simply put. So our heroes are going to get bonus skill points whenever they gain renown, and we're going to get more heroes available to us, which is great. It's a lot of fun. And for our second pick, we are going to take, I believe, Swift Marchers. Let me check my notes. No, I was going to pick Swift Marchers, but the new changes to the hero system actually has put me on to Runesmiths for this. This is going to make more sense. Unit enhancements cost 30% less upkeep. This is going to be really important because this build is going to have a crazy amount of unit enhancements to it. It's going to be nuts.
First tome of magic.
Unfortunately for this run, we are not using the new starting tome. We will use other new tomes. The Tome of Discipline is the new starting tome. It's Materium and Order. You get monks. You get empowered strikes. It's allowing for stuns. You get focus aim, which means you can't miss. But no, we're going Ghost Flame. And for those of you who don't know, Ghost Flame is a new status effect in the game that is half fire and half cold. It allows you to replace the burning trait. It doesn't stop if things get frozen. There's a bunch of cool bonuses to it. So we're actually going to take both of these guys. We could take them really in any order. I'm going to go with Pyromancy first, though.
What is your ruler's origin?
Not for any particularly good reason. Just because. And then I think we're going to play as a champion is the vibe I'm sort of feeling. They have changed the way that all of the heroes work, not just the rulers, but all of the heroes in the game. The Eldritch Sovereigns, the Dragon Lords, the Wizards Kings, the champions, the individual heroes. There's a whole new hero rework. We'll dive into it as we go. I've got to learn a lot about it. The most important thing is that now your weapons actually determine your class, and your class determines what skill trees you have access to. So there's defenders, there's mages, there's rangers, there's ritualists, which are kind of support guys, and then there's warriors, which are shock units. We are going to play as a warrior with this big new berserker sword, or we could play with one of the new gloves. We have an option. This one, I believe, does extra damage to the target and adjacent enemies, while the big buster sword just kind of looks badass. It does fatal strikes, so the more damage that the unit has taken, the more damage it does. But we're going to build ourselves a quick little monkey man here. I already know what I want him to look like. He's going to be short and stout. He's going to be blue skinned. This is the new, I forgot about this. This is brand new. This is really cool. All of the changes that you can make in the designer now have individual things. So you can see, oh, I want the one with the scars. Boom. I can just click it and get the one with the scars. No problem. Give him a nice long tail. Same thing with the outfits. All the outfits, all the helmets, all the capes. We can start fresh and clean and make them look however we want. They also changed the lighting, where they're changing the lighting in this character creator mode, so it looks a little bit better. It's so fantastic, isn't it? It's so good. I want this guy to look evil. My idea here is that we are going to be playing as kind of undead monkeys. Undead demon monkeys, particularly weird accursed demon monkeys, and just vibing as much as we can with that weird aesthetic that they've got going on right now with the new accursed units that I really, really like. I don't think we're going to see his hair because I want him to have one of the new hats. There's a good collection of new hats. There's a basket, a flaming kind of snake skull, a hat with dangly bits, this mean looking ogre guy, this multi-headed, multi-faced guy, this one-faced guy who's got a really tall head, a nice new cloak, a nice new cape, and then I've also unlocked the ogre mask. There is one more unlock I still have to get here. And this is the new Herald of War helmet as well. But I'm going to play with this guy because I want him to look like some sort of weird demon, and I honestly think that this is what a weird demon monkey would probably wear. For an outfit, this guy's got bones on the side. I feel like we might just go with that outfit. This guy's got more ropes on him, though. Maybe he's into that kind of thing. And there's a handful of new capes as well, ranging from the new Herald of War cape to this ratty cape. Most of the Oathsworn stuff looks kind of ratty, and I like that. Everything else looked very clean. This is just, I think, old leaves. Some black feathers. And then this one, which is currently my favorite, is just full of little ogre demon skulls. So this is what we're going to do. I want my guy to look like a weird demon. That's exactly what we're going to vibe on. I want him to have some sort of dark steel armor. And then I think in terms of colors for our actual sigil, I might go with an off purple. The accursed fiends are kind of purple skinned with blue flame. The ghost flame is a bluish flame. So I figured we'd kind of have bluish skin, purple outfit. And I think that's our look. I think that's our look. I did unlock a new coin icon, so I think we'll take that. If it's a coin, it might as well be a coin. A deep purple and a nice coin. Then we got our lads in the back. We'll make them much the same. Dark steel, blue skin. I'm gonna cover them in burns. There are new mounts. Some sort of ghost warg. We also have access to this cool bear that I've unlocked as well, though, so I think we'll use him just for fun because, you know, why not? It's a new unlock. We'll go long tails and we'll go... Wait. Big and short. Big, short little demon monkeys. Right? This guy looks like a monster. Absolutely. Gorillas in the mist. He's got the right vibe. He's got those spooky, spooky eyes. What a little angel.
Your journey begins.
He needs a name, chat. He needs a name. He needs a title. We need a race name, a throne name. I'm taking some quick suggestions while I talk about things like the new ruler ambition traits. This is new. Now every single ruler will have an ambition at the beginning of the game. You can go back and you can edit your old characters as well if you want to add this in. By default, they're all set to random right now, and the AI personalities have also all been changed to random. So if you want to go back and redo your Pantheon, you can just edit them in the Pantheon creator to fix all that. This is something I have to do. I have not yet done it. We have Challenger, crave to be challenged in combat. Collector, collect a bunch of cool artifacts. This one's probably my favorite. Conqueror, conquer cities. Crusader, smite the wicked, slay fiends and undead units. Defender, defend their city. Govern city has 100 fortification health is the major ambition here. Delver, dig up treasures underground. Dominator, to recruit or raise units after combat. Really good for, say, an Eldritch monster or, say, a Necromancer. Duelist, which is just wreck heroes in combat, and I think is probably what we're going to pick. But we'll talk about all of them. The Explorer explores ancient wonders, gold wonders. The Fearmonger routs enemies. The Glory Seeker slays legendary units and elite units. Which is really insanely good if you're playing on this difficulty. Newport, thank you for the resub, my dude. Welcome back for 8 months. I was going to take Duelist. But here's the thing, on legendary difficulty, almost every unit is legendary rank. They're certainly all at least elite ranks, so every time he basically slays a unit in combat, he will gain 25 renown. I'm going to take Glory Seeker for sure then. Imperialist is win battles against free cities. Instructor is lead an army of legendary units and rank up units. Lawbringer is about clearing infestations. I think we'll probably pick this for our next one. The Privateer is all about sea battles, which is really interesting because you don't see that very often, excuse the pun. Prospector is all about just making money. Raider is all about pillaging, and then the Shepherd is all about using plants, animals, and elementals, as well as evolution units. We'll take Glory Seeker though. And I got a feeling this guy's got to be a demonic warlord. I don't see him any other way. I don't see him any other way. Oh, you want to name him Caesar? I mean, Caesar Harambe. That's a pretty fitting. Yeah, that's a pretty fitting double name. The monkeys I originally thought about being, if you think about the early zombie movies that were often all about some sort of monkey bringing back a zombie virus that bites people in America, I think the early Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead, I think Dawn of the Dead, that was part of the original plot. I mean, I'm a little curious about honestly what the Honorable Jackanapes. Ooh. I kind of like that as a Throne City name. Simian Paladins, the Limber Honorbound, the Pledged Simians, the Oathbound Apes, the Apish Paladins. To me, it's all about they're sort of becoming Oni. They're becoming Japanese demons throughout the campaign. As we'll see, the accursed demons are very, very, very much in homage to that. Apes Together Strong. The 12 Monkeys. I mean, good horror movie? I'm gonna call him Oni Lord. Caesar Harambe. The city of Legion. Legion? Oh, the monkeys, as in both the monkeys and also demon monkeys. You know what? I like it. It's got a good vibe. I can appreciate that. A new dating site for lumberjacks. It's called Timber. Hiya, Kirkhouse, good morning. Brilliant horror movie, ending alone, nearly made it. It's a classic. Part of me wants to make the Throne City name whatever the name of the zoo is where Harambe lived. What else we got in here? Crownfall, Torchborn, Emblem, Pledgewater, Red Hilt, Splinterblade, Warcry, Devotion, Bloombud, Vowkeep. Why don't we call it the zoo? That'll work. Oni Lord, Caesar Harambe, champion of our kind. He will bring a new prosperity to the monkeys of the zoo. Tailed primates whose smile can mean both a sign of friendship or aggression. They thrive on barren land, tough and used to taking a few hits in battle. Their skin is cold to the touch, causing frostbite to those who get close. Driven by a strong sense of devotion, they proudly follow the rules of their oaths. Elevating heroes above the masses, empowered through dark elation. They are legendary smiths capable of crafting the finest armors and weapons. The zoo. Oh, that's better. You're right. That's much better. Onwards. Onwards, my monkey kin. Take a nice little screenshot there. He looks horrifying. And I imagine as we get going, it's gonna look even crazier. So the idea of this campaign is we're going to be taking a bunch of chaos tomes and a bunch of shadow tomes. We're going to take some of the new stuff, the Tome of Shades, the Tome of Calamity, and we're going to work towards empowering our armies with both frost and fire damage, and then also some undead stuff in there. Not necromancy so much, but some of the undead stuff. It's going to be fun. It's going to be, I think it's a shadow build that doesn't rely on actually raising the undead. It doesn't rely on necromancers. It doesn't rely on skeletons and all sorts of bone cages. We get 2 starting magics. We get Ignite, and we get one of the new abilities from Oathsworn, which is Counter Stance. Units in a 1-hex radius for 1 turn gain first strike and extra retaliation and will always enter defensive mode at the end of its turn. I love this one because it really allows you to charge forward on an opening attack if you set yourself up correctly. Let's see where we are. The bottom of the map, kind of in the center, but it looks nice. You will notice we have a new UI. It's very pretty. I think there are a couple of new UIs. Or if I'm correct, the UI will change depending on if we take the Tome of Calamity later or the Tome of Harmony. I might be wrong on this. I might be wrong. Okay, where are we going? Well, we've got a gold wonder right here. The big tree. Everything else looks kind of clear. I think we're maybe on a Pangea. Unless this is a divide. No, there might be a divide. There might be a divide. We've got an army of puppy dogs down here to the tune of 300. And in our company, we have the Godir Governor of Zoo, a glory seeker. We've also got our new Sworn Guard polearm units. Charge resistance, first strike. They've got a warrior's soul, so they do extra fire damage as devotion goes up. And we've got honor blades. These guys are new high maintenance fighters with defensive strike. Strike a target and enter defensive strike. Oh, that's fun. We've got some mana down here. You know what? I think I'm going to send my main army south. I kind of feel like we should take this on right away. It's a tough, risky battle to start with. 300 to 301. But I want to see what all the new spice is about. Where's my scout? So I can't quite get everybody in this position. Oh, but we can get most of you. I love the monkey noises. I just gotta put that out there right away. We can command units as well. This is one of the new abilities. We'll take a look at the skill trees next. We got doggies coming in. And the rest are just sitting back, waiting for things. So you've only really got one set of strikes here. Let you grab that kill. And then I tell you what. If I do that, I can now try this new command option. Give this guy his turn back. Improved critical chances and fumbles. I like that. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this guy. Enter defensive mode. Oh, that did end my turn. All right, that's okay. I feel like burning damage is not really going to do a lot to these guys. I could do something like enter counter stance right now. This would allow all of these units to now enter defensive mode. Give them also an extra retaliation. You know what? This is actually probably a good idea. Except for the fact that they're all just going to hit this guy. C'est la vie. Boom, boom, boom. You can get a nice one-shot kill there. Then we'll move you up to finish the job. Sun Liu Kang. Some big Liu Kang energy. So what I want is this army to go over here so that we can get a second city down ASAP. We've got our arcane research. We could pick up some early pyromancers. I don't hate that idea, but we will also get spellcasters at level 2. An aspect I've never opened before yesterday in this game is the encyclopedia, which is actually something I didn't know existed for the longest time. But it's a really great way to see what units we have coming up. So we have seal bearers who... Oh, interesting. I think these guys change their damage depending on what oath you take. So we have guys that do blight and order. Very strange. Vow keepers. And then there's peacebringers, war rounds, and avengers. We're only going to get warbounds here because these guys are related to the Paragon of Strife. Peacebringers are harmony. These guys are righteousness. So we're going to get these big tier 3 charge units. Now you're doing fire damage. I'm not sure what determines this, but we're going to find out. I think for right now, I'm just going to take Searing Blades. We are runesmiths, so getting those upgrades are going to be always good for us. The training hall is our unique thing with gold and draft. We are never going to be able to build a forester. Pretty much guaranteed. So that's never going to get boosted. We can build farms, though. So we're going to start with the training hall. Our ruler has leveled up, so let's take a look at the new hero builds. The new hero trees. These are much different than they used to be. Mortal champions get different bonuses like defensive formations, This unit grants status resistant to adjacent units. Offensive formations, so everybody get extra damage, extra critical hit chance. We've got the experienced leaders and the cheap. So now you can no longer just take cheap units without taking... Also, they gain level ups. You get extra regeneration. You get extra HP. It all blends together in really unique, different ways. So this is what I was thinking about. I used command. It ended my turn. If I took decisive command, it would not end my turn. If I take coordinated command, it actually affects 2 different people. That's so good. That's crazy, but they are mutually exclusive. Our monkey is for sure going to be a berserker. We want him to be doing as much damage as possible, so we're going to take berserk. You can see now they've replaced things like sprint with second wind, which also heals you. You get cleaving sweep abilities, reckless rage, execute. It's totally different. The signature skills also work differently now. You unlock them based on how many order points you have, how many trait points you have, and then they give you 2 different skills that you get to choose between. In general, I think there's just a lot more traits you can take, but they're locked in different sort of ways. It's really interesting. I'm very curious to play with it some more. We do get an extra hero off the top, but we can't actually afford it. We have a scholarly governor giving extra research points to the city, who's also a defender and a ritualist. And then we have a defender class who is a sturt, who wants to govern a large and stable city and gives bonuses to mana. Okay. He's rocking one of the new glaives. I also just noticed a new button called Shuffle. I also just noticed a new button called Recruit from Pantheon. Which I didn't realize I could do. Dude, I can summon Charon, Hoarder of Bones, onto our team. Also, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. That's a big change. That's a big, big change. So these Honor Blade guys, they cost 10 gold upkeep. The Sworn Guard only cost 8. That being said, I'd like one more. Works on legendary units too. Is this the new level system unique to the culture or general overhaul?
How well your
General overhaul.
conform to the ideals of your oath-sworn subculture.
Let's learn about devotion right now.
Higher devotion levels grant benefits to your faction, while becoming an oath breaker can lead to serious penalties.
You can track your current devotion level, what your culture likes and dislikes, and what bonuses it confers on the indicator in the top bar. There we go. This is unique to Oathborns. Oathsworns. But everything else is for everybody. So, I guess let's follow this little road. And we'll explore up a little bit. Attract some new population in. We are on all this desolate culture. Ooh, what are you? A prestigious statue. An opulent sculpture made from exotic materials ready to adorn a ruler's residence and inspire legends. Will grant you Imperium. There's now collectible Imperium on the map as well. I'd like to get some farms down. I'm realizing there are forests down here, so I am actually going to build a farm down here to start on this nice little lava river. Interesting bridge system, but sure. And then we can build the farmhouse early on. Why there weren't any reworks in this DLC, it was all on hands on deck, getting the tombs and everything to work properly with the new level up system. Yeah, it's a pretty big change, the new heroes. You guys are 390. Here we go. Here's the perfect example. These are the first of the Accursed Fiend units. who have fire and frost resistance, which is going to be really tough for us, and lightning resistance. They also have accursed body and are immune to burning. These are the guys we're going to get in our army as time goes on. We're going to get them, and we're also going to get these boys. Accursed ogres. Big sumo boys. 248, 290. I actually kind of need to heal before fighting them. We'll start seeing some of the other units in here, like Blessed Dragons. There's a lot more dragon units in this DLC. This is one thing I noticed looking at units yesterday, is a lot of them are dragons. Which I hope means we continue to get some cool dragon stuff. Ah, the Free City of Peacefold. These are our other monkeys. Initiates of Shadow. Perfect. Perfect. I am at war with them, though, which is kind of ironic. And I suppose if I don't destroy them, my Oath of Strife will be mad. Something we're going to have to think about. Ooh, we can take Immolate. It'll be good for us. Oh, wow. We've automatically gotten 2 new characters. So I think this shuffles once per round. While the governor, this city gains bonuses to draft, and units get recruited at higher rank. He also wants to rank up units as a ranger. And then we have an industrious governor who likes to quarry and wants a bunch of gold. I could probably use you. I could definitely use an archer in this army at the moment. For 150 gold, you're very expensive, but you're also pretty good. I also like that you have a basket on your head. I didn't notice these guys also have entwined thralls in here. Well, I'm really glad I didn't try to fight them. With this guy, though, it should help. It's very let me solar her energy. Yes, yes. Oath of Strife means you auto start war with everybody. Good to know. We'll start casting Searing Blades. And we'll start beating up some dweebs. Oath crafted for Chosen Destroyers. It does have that vibe. Banner Lords is one of the random realm traits we threw on. So we have more Rally of the Lieges, and they gain more recruitment points. That is particularly not great for us. But we're going to have to take it anyway. We ain't got no choice. So what do we have here? We have Wyvern Fledglings, and we have these new Blessed Dragons who do Spirit Blast, Graceful Rain, which adds grace. Whenever they're attacked, they automatically heal. That's got to be very frustrating to deal with. This is one of the really new cool additions as well. When you're on a positive status effect, you get a little green arrow now. And if it's a negative status effect, you guessed it, not a green arrow. A red arrow, in fact. Move you over here. I'll move you in with them. Pew! Pew! Couple nice easy breezy opening shots. What I'll do is I'll move you there. You can go straight for him. Hit you on defensive mode. Now, I want to know, could they cast this in melee combat? No. But they can just move and cast. I'd like to try and keep them pinned away from this guy so that they can't heal them that easy. Okay, Grace is vicious. You're the only guy who could possibly hit that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But you can't actually reach regardless. So I tell you what, we're going to move you in. We're going to have you move up. Let's actually move you out. Oh, that only affects non-heroes. Interesting. We might as well use a command if this is the case. And do some stabbing. Fumbles the ball. These guys are very hard to pin down. Frustratingly hard to pin down. I think he's trying to make a break for it. Wow, I actually cannot catch him. This is the first time I've really felt like movement speed has had a major effect on a battle. If I had managed to kill him while he was routing, I believe we would have gotten an extra 5 points in the Oath of Strife. How many do we need? We need above 20 to get the first buff. And currently we're at 19. So close. So we've got pastures, and a mana node. I think I'm probably going to set up right here for an outpost. In fact, if I have extra movement on either of you guys, not quite enough. I'd like to get an idea of the towers and everything else around right now. These are one of the new units, Radiant Guardians. They are also dragons, if you can believe that. This is one of the ones that really surprised me. These guys are really cool. I cannot wait to play with them in the next campaign. Ranger has leveled up. And this guy's bonuses are for instructor. So giving him experienced leader right away makes very good sense. Monkey Man has also leveled up. When it lands an attack, it gains a stack of strengthened. 1 hexa movement, slippery, and heal. Reusable after each kill. I'm just going to take that. Searing blades ready to cast. Now all of our monkeys have flaming swords. That doesn't sound dangerous at all. We're a couple of turns away from the first call of chaos here. Though I might just boost this town a bunch more. That is point 3. I am going to grab this forester. I'm going to rush this building, and we're going to build a storehouse so we can get some extra food going. This dweeb needs to come over and join this dweeb. Just noticing we have a cave down there as well. Let's build an outpost. And then we're going to hit this. Ah, we are Oni Lord Caesar Harambe of the monkeys. I am not impressed. Tread carefully before I decide your realm is actually worth conquering. Thornfist Megara the Scalded of the Pyrekin. These are chosen destroyer, merciless slavers, underground adaptation with inner fire and fast recuperation. She must be one of the special characters. I think she is. Megaria the Scalded. She certainly is. We also have Aya the Enlightened and Zorn the Disciplined. Now, my real question is where does she live, and is it directly underneath me? Oh my god, I think it is. I think she lives in that cave. That's going to make things mighty interesting. Mighty interesting right away. Let's grab another scout. I feel like we could really use that. Is there a change to empire trees? I don't think so. It looks the same to me. It does look a little visually different. I don't know if they just made the icons smaller. But all the actual traits are the same. Is this one of the realms where you could ally one special AI, kill the others to win? Might be worth allying her? I don't know. Good question. They all start at war. And they all start at a higher level. I mean, she's a chosen destroyer, so I just assume I can't possibly be friends with her. We don't so much as get benefits for Ashland as we do just we can live on it. Moving through chasms costs 8 points instead of 12. Lava chasms. Ah, that's good to know. Should we burn down Mother Ash? Turn it to desolate terrain? That would be extremely fitting, wouldn't it? There is a small creature cage here. So I'm really just trying to get everybody together at the moment. You're going to grab this and get a little bit of a scout of the area. Nothing too wild. Clearing an infestation grants us a bonus. The only infestation down here is an umbral nest, which we have no chance of taking yet. So if that is the case, I'm going to spend some time boosting our population. What do we want? Quarries? Double farms for the Hall of Devotion for extra gold and draft. I would like to get this iron mine and this. You know what? I think I'm just going to put a quarry here for right now. Just so we have a little bit of that going. You know what? Actually, I'm going to just double down on things at the moment. There's a silver tongue fruit here. Which, it's okay. It's not great. It's not bad. Podrick, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the agency. Monkeys, onions, new level up system, some new tomes, all sorts of things. All sorts of things. And it's kind of crazy, but I'm just going to build a farm right here for now. We've got 2 new races. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 new tomes. 5 new tomes. Monks, Shades, Calamity, Prosperity. Maybe it's just 4. Couple new map settings. An entire new species type. Species traits, faction traits, whatever you want to call them. A man lies before you, raw agony on his face. I'll do anything, please don't kill me. He was caught spying for Peacefold. What a funny name that this faction is called, Peacefold. They pledged to kill my family, please. I'm no one. I meant no harm to your vast empire. Sway relations, insult them, take a bunch of money. Oh, I am tempted to sway them. I know it goes against allowing vassalage. Raising a city gives us bonuses. Entering wars. I could just take a city. You know what? I'm gonna ransom him. If I was just to take Peacefold, it's actually a very well located city for me, especially I have an outpost here. If I was to build one more outpost here, I'd have a perfect little diamond. And I think that that would be, honestly, a pretty good plan. So these guys want to heal a little bit. We've got a 400, a 460. That's a butcher's army, I think. No, they're just on pastures. You guys were like 390. Tell you what I'm going to do with this Tide Spirit. I'm going to send them down to that underground location, and we're just going to do some scouting with them. Outpost is going to build a work camp. These guys are going to chill here for one turn to heal. You're going to steal that food and then keep going. We're going to research Immolate. We're going to take probably Pyromancer. And we keep cruising. Been on for an hour. Yes, I have, sir. We got up bright and early this morning. Totally said that before we hit record, and you can trust me because I'm on the internet. Meticulous. I didn't want to miss a second of the embargo, to be honest. I wanted to get right on top of it. Motivated Truce is one of the random realm traits. Raging wars discouraged on this realm. Grievances are less impactful. Thankfully, we start at war with everybody. That's less of a problem for us. You got exemplar. This is a nice cool thing they did as well. They changed the way these look, so they have little spikes on them now to show that they are bad. That they will do us ouchies. My favorite part about this new campaign is just getting to make as many monkey noises as I possibly can. There's got to be so many good monkey noises. Hop, hop, hop. Hop. Taunted? Taunted? That's really interesting. He taunted him and forced him to move one step forward, but then not actually take his movement. Ooh. Oh, you're going to be spicy. Spicy and difficult to deal with, aren't you? Same fire damage, inflict with burning, set the ground on fire. Honestly, probably not a bad idea for an exemplar to get hit with that. I got options here in terms of like defensive mode. There is a part of me that just wants to charge right around him and then smack him. But then I'm going to get absolutely wailed on if I do that. Unless I could let the honor blade get wailed on. Just send him into defensive strike. The exemplar is by far the biggest threat here, so. Stunned. Strengthened and rallied. Stunned. Well, that could have been worse. I'm not in love with this double stun. That guy's crossbow is measly right now. This ability is reusable after each kill, so if I use Second Wind, I'll heal, and then I can kill you, and I immediately get it back for next round. This guy could move forward and do some damage. I actually kind of think about taking counter stance here. But I'm realizing it will not work because these guys are stunned. So it won't really do much for me. So let's just hit them. And then we'll go for these guys, mostly just because I'm standing on a crit square, so. Bonk, bonk, bonk. We are doing 3 frost damage every time they hit us for 6, so. Like, that's a pretty good trade. Let him get that kill. You can go there and get lots of nice tasty damage. That'll cancel his retaliation, so you can now attack him for free as well. Now, the age-old option of do I kill that guy? He's going to do at most 4 damage, so why don't we just say, let's hit this guy instead. So close. Suffering some pretty bad morale penalties there. I don't think I want to waste any of the mana. Just no need for it. He's not even going to attack. He's going to shield wall. Coward. Absolute coward. Sort of messed this up, but it's okay. I meant to hit the last guy with my hero, but no harm, no foul. What was under that? Did we pick up a weapon, or was it just experience? Devotion has changed from neutral to adherence. Cities have +10 city stability. Wah, 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 wah. And Warrior Soul. Base attacks deal extra damage when the attacker is not outnumbered, based on devotion. When the attacker is not outnumbered. So if we're outnumbered on defense, we get fire damage. And if we are steamrolling people, we get fire damage. And then just flat city stability buffs. That's kind of nice. A Blossom Orchid. +5 food, +5 production. Eternally blossoming trees offer a bounty of fruit and wood. Cool. There's now a unique forest. Oh yeah, look, there's a bunch of them down here. Unique forest buildings. Oh, sorry, you're a scout. You should probably scout. We're a little low on money income, and we're also a little low on mana income. So I don't think I'm going to build any more troops for the moment. Food and production, not draft. Forests normally, I mean, if you build like a forestry location and you end up building the Forester Guild, the Smiths Guild, which scales off of foresters, that does provide you a lot of draft. Two bronze wonders down here. You have my attention. Bum, 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 bum. Zorn the Disciplined. Okay, so this is one of the other guys. First sword, Zorn the Disciplined of Othrakar. Let us hope this realm is big enough for all of us. So I actually don't start at war with all of these guys, which is kind of nice. They are Order and Materium. And I assume are not Strife, not Harmony, but Chivalry? Righteousness, sorry. Which is pretty much based off of just being good. All right, I'm gonna go for the towers before everything else. There is a city down here. This homie's gonna need to heal again. 425. Yeah, those guys are gonna get beat up if I don't heal them in between fights. I think I'll grab an early research post here. Just because research always kind of useful. Always very useful, in fact. Get draft on the combat tile. Oh, for picking up the location. I see, I see. Sure, they said you did, unless it was a buff for being at war. I think it's just because they are the special characters. This monkey in the corner is so creepy. No, you don't. You're not automatically at war. But you do get grievances automatically with other people. So there's a bit of the trade-off there. I'll tell you what, why don't we double down on that early research? I got 255 Imperium. I could just get a second city up and running. Skip the palisade walls. Oh, it's not a bad idea. At least that way the city can grow. Scouting, scouting. I'm gonna let them heal, and then I'm gonna go for that Marauder army. This is just an outpost. That would just rapidly upgrading. We do have a haunted graveyard down here. With pestilence crocodiles, I don't know if these guys are new. Apparently they said that they came in Primal Fury. I've never noticed them before until last night when I was looking at units. But they are undead crocodiles. And I think the only way to get them is from summon greater animal. And we got a couple of little halfling zombies. How cute. How adorable. Your heroine, Ava the Raven, greets you warmly. Before you can send the heroine off to a faraway site, she says, part of the reason I chose my life as an adventuring heroine is because I wish to witness the wonders of the realm. Some sort of age of wonders, perhaps. My granddad, the Raven. Cool. Used to tell me stories of a progenitor golem and the heroes that garnered renown just by encountering one. My deepest desire remains to witness a progenitor golem with my own eyes. In 25 turns. That's very difficult. Is the quest to fight a progenitor golem? Or is it just to see? Oh, interesting. This land is not connected? Unless this is dug up. You're costing me 10 mana a turn. Do I want you? It's a good question. The free city of Hollowed Court greets you with a measure of awe. That's a bit of a surprise. I thought for sure that was one of the other players. But good to note. That means they also won't dig through that location, so I'm safe screwing around with that. You guys are 400 with a character who has a good bow and good armor. 490. 423. Why don't we kill these guys? Then we can go back, heal, and kill them. Are seals enabled? They often have those guarding them. Seals could be enabled. We put on a bunch of random... We put on 3 random traits, and we only know what 2 of them are. I don't know why, but I guess fight. Ron, hello. How we doing? Good to see you, dude. Hope you're well. What do we have in here? We have accursed ogres, anvil guard, warriors, and an accursed blade. Oh, this is a single unit. I didn't realize these guys were just giants. Are they giants? Large target. Interesting. One, two, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could put him there. It's a bit of a risky play, but I think it could work. I forgot how Japanese ogres work. Because they're new. So these guys have a special ability called Cursed Charge, where they displace and replace and inflict ghost fire. So we actually have ghost fire stacks on us. We're taking fire and frost damage. It's a bad time all around. And my poor archer is stuck in melee combat with this dweeb now. But that doesn't have to be for long. That's a flank, so I'm actually just going to take that shot. And he's a large target, which does mean he gets killed pretty easily by spears. Now. You can take slippery, but it's not going to help you too much. I might as well go for the big guy. We'll turn on counter stance, just so they get some defensive mode bonuses. The double retaliation on the charge attack is almost worth it just on its own. That's a lot of damage. If I use defensive strike, it kills him in 1 hit, so he doesn't get to counter. So I don't take a ton of damage. have you attack them. You finish them off. What's going to do more damage? If you attack, or if I command and let you shoot 3 times for 12. $19 versus 777, 21. I am going to be back onto him then, though, so I'm not going to do that. Got some corpse eating. All right. Cancel his retaliation, and then we just wail on him. Excellent. A robe? Oh, you can just disenchant equipment from the rewards menu now? That's super nice. I like that very much. We finished making a shrine up here. We could go straight for Town Hall number 2. That's probably the right idea. To give us access to Vow Keepers and Seal Bearers. Right now, we don't really have a back line. Tier 1 units gain bonus experience. Dig. String Infestation gives you bonuses. Knowledge per hero defeated. 5 turns away, though. I'm just going to attract some extra pops. I think I'm going to grow right here. Oh, there's a monster den there. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, I think I might actually even leave some of these guys and just start sending him north. Try to get another outpost right about here. And then I could fold in on Peacefold. Oh, that's in his domain. Okay. There is another faction here. That's probably the Strife Keepers. We'll find out next turn. There's a tower we're about to grab. Do I want to start forming a second army? That says requires a mine. I thought that also said requires a mine. Oh, unlocks mint requires a mine. I see. I'm debating taking that boost. Here's our ranger. There's new abilities you can have with the rangers. This is really cool. You can have them do damage in a big hex radius, become snipers, or become snapshots, so they're more like skirmishers. They get a free attack. I guess every turn or every other turn. Right now, this guy is a classic archer. And I feel like I kind of like that idea. Typically, I always build archers as snipers. But I'm going to give this guy scattershot. I want to try out all the new stuff. And that seems like a fun idea. Our big Monkey King can take 15 HP, melee attacks gain 10 damage, or Frenzy. If you take Frenzy, you can have Sunder or Critical Strike. Execute or Reckless Rage. I feel like your sword already gives you an execute ability. So that being said, you won't have this forever. Berserker's Rage, Grim Executioner, gain Critical Strike. We are going to take some Critical Strike tomes later in the game. But Flame Burst Weapon is no longer... Because they've changed the way hero skills work, I have to rethink everything. So we no longer have the Critical Strike. We no longer can just equip Flame Burst weapons on our characters. Yeah, it's like they're all gone now. War Seeker. You still get killing momentum later on. My question is whether or not to build this guy as a crit-based charge character. Or as like an AoE charge character. His oath is to slay units, not necessarily heroes. So I think I'm actually going to take Cleaving Sweep. So let's go fighting. And then we'll go into Cleaving Sweep next turn. Flame Burst weapons can be gotten for heroes still. It's attached to Chaos signature skills. Aha! Ah, yes. Ah, yes. I believe you might be correct. It's just further down the tree. Do we want Soul Draining Strikes and Frost Strikes, slowed or frozen? Or Searing Strikes, damage against burning targets? I think that's pretty obvious. We're going to go Chaos for this. Now, the annoying funny thing about this is that we need another skill point to take this. So we unlock 2 more skills. But the only thing we got here is 10% critical hit chance for all non-hero units in the army, which will be good for us, especially with Devastation later on. You've returned to the Void. Interesting. Already getting beaten up. The Strife Ruler. Perhaps we strike against Strife sooner than we thought. You're going to keep moving. You've unlocked my Pyromancer. I'm going to take birds. Outpost. Okay. And the Progenitor Golem is here. It's only 400 points in that army. Which means I could just fight it. Which I reckon probably would be the best option. God, man, my scouts can't see nothing. Peaceful descent to hostile army to raid our domain. So I think let's maybe take this road back up and deal with them. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This outpost is flipping already between the two of them. You're approached by your hero, Io the Raven. Her expression betrays dejection and vexation. My whole life, I've always thought of myself as an instructor, but as of late, doubts are creeping into my mind. Is this the destined path towards renown, or will plotting another course lead me to success and satisfaction I currently lack? You could become an elitist, fight alongside their ruler, and reach level 12. Ooh. Or a prospector. My only problem with this is I already gave them the trait to rank up units. I kind of love that this is just ruler's retinue. If this hero is in the same battle as your ruler, this hero and your ruler gain +2 defense and +2 resistance. We're gonna take that. we're gonna switch some things up there. All right, we have a free chest here. We have a free mana stash. I'm getting rid of this. This is taking too long. What a waste of mana. You're 116. I'm going to boost you right away. So this guy has Seal Bolts and Fire Seal. Deals damage and inflicts Seal of Fire, which does 12 fire damage per turn. So the Seal Bearers are kind of single target killers, hero killers. The Pyromancers are more AoE. Sets a bunch of hexes on fire. Vow Keepers remove negative status effects, grant status protection, and give us Vow of Healing. We're all going to cost 7 turns to recruit. I'm going to go with a Vow Keeper first, simply because all these guys keep adding Ghost Fire to me. And I think that's going to be something I'm going to need to learn how to counter. We'll heal next turn in our own territory, and then we can attack him before he causes too much damage. We got a Gorgon's Lair over there. I'm going to just let you pick up a bunch of stuff. There's not a lot in this area. Silver Tongue, Astral Dew. The truth is this is not a great spot for an outpost. It doesn't have a lot of resource nodes. This spot is a good spot for an outpost. But I'd have to go to war with those guys if I wanted it. The city of Rockguard is founded. Rockguard gets 30% draft. And some really great, this unit recruited at higher ranks. With all of this forest here, oh, this is perfect. We're going to make this a Smith's Guild. We're going to fill this with forestries. And Rockguard is going to be where we draft everybody in the later game. So, first things first, why don't we put a forester right here so that we can lock off this cave and get access to that Temple of the Goadeer down below. Knowledge per research post and Blessed Souls. And we will want some walls there for sure. I wish I paid attention to where that was. Because that just told me where her capital is. Ah, well. Zorn the Disciplined has declared friendship on us, but is in the void. Megara has declared rivalry on us. So I think we're starting to understand who our potential friends might be. This guy's getting wailed on by bone dragons at the moment. Oh, you really still can't reach. We've picked up Enchanted Crow Companion and now our second book. It's going to be the Tome of Cryomancy because we're doing Ghost Fire. And part of Ghost Fire is ghosts.
Turned to ice, I see a pure frostling paradise.
We'll grab Frostblades. I'm going to grab this leather armor, +1 defense. You know what? We'll put it on you. We'll put the robe on this guy. Gonna grab that mana in the meantime. Brando! Hello.
I
How
have
are
given
you?
you 2 children now. Back to back and not even a thank you. Nice shirt.
That's not true. I sent you a box full of maple syrup. Thank you so much, dude, for the 18-month, the double sub, baby. Much appreciated. I hope you're doing well. Folks, if you like other grand strategy games, Randolski is a wonderful streamer on Twitch. Highly recommend checking him out. He doesn't so much play the old Age of Wonders, but he does play lots of other very good games, like Crusader Kings recently. And he's a great big old Scottish bloke, so how can you possibly complain? We need these crow companions? I guess we might as well cast them. So good in yogurt. Oh, maple syrup. It's good in everything. Good Canadian maple syrup. You can't beat it. You hear me, chat? You can't beat it. I don't want to hear you slander beaking it anymore. We can get in there. 570. Ooh. Spicy. Necromancers, honor blades, and 2 skelly bone mages. Let us think on this a moment. Well, perfect timing on the old Imperium tree here. We just unlocked 150 knowledge per defeated hero. There is a hero in this fight. Let's grab some mana. Gorble that up. And then I guess we'll go down to this. Whoop. Sundrin of House Antioch. This is one of the regular Goateer of the game, which I thought I had turned off, but I must be wrong. Well, she obviously is going to be living down here and has better vision stats than I do. Birds. Did you just see the face of all my monkeys change? They were all smiling and then they got birds and now they're all frowning. So disappointed. Not just blowing smoke, it's the best maple syrup you ever had? I believe that. I'd hope so. It's good, delicious stuff, straight from Quebec. I'm German, I have the genetic ability to always complain. That's how I possibly can. Fair. Fair. Can't knock genetics. What's this scout doing? Going this way, I guess. This haunted graveyard is also starting to attack me. Okay, we're gonna need another army soon. Though we really cannot afford one. 440 on these guys. All right, babies, one step at a time then. We brushed bacon with it, added it to a Caesar. Good God tier. Maple syrup straight from the tree and boiler. Yum. Best way to have it. Pour it out on some snow with a little popsicle stick, rolling it on. Is it better than Vermont maple syrup? Easily. It's not even a question. What a laughable comparison. Why do my beers have antlers? That's a good question. They are horned beers. That's why. We have horny beers. That's why they have antlers. Double necromancers. The only thing they can revive are those skeleton mages. Why you would use counter stance on your first move and then not move up all the way literally makes zero sense. Oh, I don't have the AoE version of this yet. We're gonna light the Lord on fire. Ooh, ah. All right, so hiding in some of this brush is kind of low-key good for me. Ooh, my new scatter shot ability. These guys have to move forward one if they want to shoot there. Sold. Let's see what they do. He cast counter stance again. This time it made a bit more sense. He's got first strike. I could cast counter strike on my own. Now I have first strike, which would cancel your retaliation. Up to 3 hexes. Uno, dos, tres. So I actually do more money if I attack from this side. That's 50 versus 90 though. Tap, tap. Smack, smack. I'm sorry, is your thing to just kill... Your thing is just kill legendary units, so I'm going to put you in here. Let's get rid of him right away. Then I'm going to move you up. We're going to shield slam him. And we'll add a little extra bit. Just for good measure. Oh, he resisted 3 of the 4 decays. Devout Radiance. Hitting us with a little extra juice. Ooh, you know what? Can I... I guess we'll move up and shoot. Stag bears or steers? It's not a bear, it's a moose. I don't think it's far off. Now, those guys can be resurrected by the Necros. I'm going to use second wind on you, except you're decayed. So you can't heal. They're a bit more stubborn than I was thinking they would be. I might as well put heat on everybody up here. Keep the Necros busy. No surprise. The computer loves to shuffle. I also love to run away. I could be wrong, but it does feel like the AI has gotten a lot better at running. Skirmishing, I guess, would probably be the more appropriate term. You can kill them. We'll move you up. No luck on them routes, eh? I'm going to do that because I think I can kill him on the attack of opportunity. You're going to shield bash him. Come in behind that mage. Now, see, that's a routing unit. And we get bonuses for killing routing units. Because we're Stripe Daddies. Awesome. So we get 150 mana, 150 knowledge for killing a hero, and we get 4 devotion for winning combat with a lower army power. Oh, not allowing units to route in events. I did not read that fully. My bad. My bad. This guy did get a level up. So he's an elite now is his thing. He gets bonuses for fighting alongside their ruler. 20 renown every single time he does it, which is bonkers. He's going to get that super fast. True Shot and Scatter Shot leave afflicting miasma and apply weakened. Oh, that's pretty nice. Or bypass 50% of the target's defensive resistance. That's also very nice. Physical ranged attacks do +1 physical damage per negative status effect on the target. Or for units adjacent to the target. Swarm Hunter. For units adjacent to the target. Not enemies, just units. So that works really well with Scatter Shot. Which means I think we're going to go Piercing. I should also probably just get these like +1 damages here as well. Ooh, actually, hold on. We have a signature skill. %20 damage against targets that are burning. Or double morale bonuses. +2 fire damage. Well, yeah, why not? We'll take that for now. It's hard to say no. We can take Cleaving Sweep on our hero. Or we could also take that Fire Strike. I'm going to take Cleaving Streak for right now, because I want to unlock more stuff on him. And we did capture this Pledgeling. He's an explorer. He wants to explore an ancient gold wonder. He is the monkey. Padded mail and a great axe of cleaving. Ooh. I just took power cleave. He's only in my prison. I could get a jail and recruit him. He's level 3, so he'd be a good hero to take. Honestly. Not a bad idea. What a dude! They blew up that outpost for me. Do you remember, my only lord? Straightforward question makes your mind regress to simpler times, back when you were a mortal dreaming modest dreams, pursuing mundane ambitions. To ascend, you've had to sacrifice many worldly achievements, sacrifices that cause you to stop looking back, that cause you to forget vague memories of what you were before you linger. Your saga needs to include who you were before becoming a Godir. Receive Imperium. Oh, because I have Order. Receive a Vow Keeper. Gain a population. Gain a bit of knowledge. Or impress some dwarves. Bold question. A Vow Keeper is 7 turns of draft. It's kind of very difficult for me to say no to that. That's a bit of Imperium. I'm going to get the Silver Tongue Fruit. We got 20 turns to fight this Prague Golem. Yeah, and the Free City of Teacher Guard. I love that everybody is just wearing these outfits. Gulamon Steelbind. Simians of the Open Hand. Nobody is friends with them. If I had an extra Whispering Stone... which I'm still a ways off of being able to get. But not terribly far off of it. All right, you're going to go down this way. You're going to do some exploring. I'm going to let you guys heal before we take that next turn. We've unlocked Frostblades. I don't really want any of these. Pledge of Strife we could use. And to give Warrior Soul to our demon units. You know what? I'll take that. And we'll start casting that. We have access to Simians of the Open Hand as well now from Teacher Guard. They cost us 250 gold though. Instructors. Fearmongers. Prospectors. Clear a resource node. This guy's a mage. What do we have? We have a ranger. We have a warrior. A mage or a ritualist could be good. Missed the start of this. What kind of faction do we go with? We're playing as evil Japanese demon monkeys. Is the best way to describe it. That guy's returned. That's invading us. These guys were also invading us. It said. I haven't seen their force, but I guess we're going to have to hang out here in town for a while. So I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to split my forces. We'll take that battle next turn, and then I'm going to let this guy run across and talk to this pretender golem. It doesn't say he has to fight it. It just says it's an encounter. There will be narrative choices that may alter combat in our favor or completely avoid it for a price. Here's the other thing. I need to build an outpost, so I just need to send someone over here to do that. It's going to be the trade-off. Evil Demon Monkeys is a mood. It absolutely is, Goo. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're not evil yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So, we're going to grab this. Figure out what's going on around here. That looks like free knowledge, but I also feel like Sundrin is probably going to take that next turn. I'm going to put my Whispering Stone over here because these are monkeys. And also probably more likely to get stolen from me. We now have very confusing weapons. They are both ice and frost. Ice and fire. Without yet being the combination of ghost fire. But it's good. I like it. We'll see how it works. Distracting whispers. Doing all right, bit tired. Days keep getting darker so early. I feel you. I feel you. I can't stay in the old daylight savings. Okay, what are we up against? Another one of these ogres, another one of these accursed blades. We've got herbalists, honor blades, dawn defenders, and sworn guard. Okay. Nothing too bad. Every 2 turns, 1 unit has a chance of becoming distracted until the end of combat. Okay. You're going to go here. What do you have? Vow of healing. Vow of purification and purging blast. Ah, me. We might as well slap an early heal on him. Everybody else scoots on in. So here's a perfect scatter shot. Question is, do we go for the front or back row? I think I'll go for the front, seeing as the big boys are there. This guy gets large bonuses against large creatures. You're going to take second wind. And I tell you what, I think I'm going to move you up. Command him. And then let him move in and attack that archer. You can move here. Purging Blast. 1 positive status effect removed. Such as Shield Wall? No, I didn't think so. You must also be a large target, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Bow, 1723, 1620. Nothing really matters. I'll give them counter strengths. Counter strengths. Mostly because it only costs 5 mana to do. Wow, rude. So rude. Alright, so this guy is ghost fired. This guy is also ghost fired. This guy is poissoned. I can remove any number of those affections. So let's do that. I do not wish to be ghost fired, Papa. That's really gonna hurt. Oh, not if I do that. And then we'll use our fancy new cleaving strike ability to do some cleaving. We'll shoot these guys up a little bit. The age-old question comes, do I want to go chase those archers? I don't think I do. I think we're just going to hit them. And then I'm going to light them on fire. Because I can. Metal Slug is a tactics game. Yeah, we played the demo back, I think 2 Next Fests ago. It's actually pretty good. Oh, I had a fun time with it. I would absolutely say that. All right, we're just going to take a hit here. This guy's in a bit of tough shape. You've got a flank. You've just got a good hit. Can't quite get in close enough, can I? Oh, that's good damage, though. In fact, that's enough. Man. Eventually get to the VOD. It is pretty recent. I think it's in the last couple of months we played that, so. And yeah, sorry, the Age of Wonders database isn't updated yet. So the build command will be hopefully online by tomorrow. Ring of Deflection. Oh my god, that's such a good item. +3 defense and resistance against physical, ranged, and magic attacks. Yes, please. I would like that very much, thank you. So I'm gonna guess those spiders are what's coming for me at 700 strength. Which means I'm gonna go heal in the city so I can't get caught with my pants down. I'm gonna try to move you there. You guys have built a farmhouse. Excellent. There's a gold mine out there. There's gold in them thar hills. I haven't cleared most of the locations in this area, so we have things like blossom trees, but they're kind of occupied at the moment. What do I have? I have a forester and a knowledge base. And low-key just want to make everything forestry. But I'm going to need the farms in order to build things like the training halls. I had to think about it for a second. I don't really want to push up on that umbral nest yet. You've also got room for another annexation. There's a mine right there. And I need to build an actual mine. So I think let's grab that. An aggressive play on Peacefold, but... Mac, hello? A lot of people, I imagine, stuck a lot of coins into the Metal Slug arcades. Oh, I know I did. I most certainly know that I did. We've still got room for another person. I need Town Hall level 3 in order to build walls. In order to build walls. In order to build jail. Oh, I need a wizard's tower to build a jail. Okay. Well, that's never going to get boosted. Unless I just build more production. I'll stick that in there. Another new rally has started, but nothing for us in it. So we've got our zoo. We've got rock guards set up. We're on our way to build up a third outpost here and move against the progenitor golem. We got peace in the north and a very wide open area to our west. Though I'm seeing the first outpost starting to go down now from Sundren. I don't know how diplomacy with her is going to go. No tavern. People are unhappy. Truth. Truth. I think this is the perfect spot for us to cut our first video of the day. So we're going to do that. And we'll continue on in the next video. This is our first little look at Ways of War. The rest of this campaign will continue.